Unfortunate news for you. Due to the player being forced to leave immediately, his client is still stuck in game, and we are unable to get that out of game at this time. So we are going to have to wait the full 15 minutes to surrender. Uh, we apologize for this, but don't have any choice in the matter. In the meantime, we'll leave you with some music and hope you'll stick around and ask games
Uh,
to go anywhere.
I I hate to interrupt you, Lucky. Lucky, are you with me?
I am.
Folks, we were able to get it sorted out on the back end. Um, we did lose a player, but we are able to move ahead right now. Lucky, way to be on the ball with the music, but we are going to move forward. Alonzi Tardis is stepping in for option 12.
All right. Well, in that case, uh, we are going to rock and roll then.
Folks, we could not appreciate you more for sticking with us during this time. Uh, just a reminder, the teams are going to stay exactly the same. The only thing that will be changing is Alonzi will be taking Shaden's place in game.
Yeah, it's definitely going to make a big difference. Yeah,
Okay.
we're definitely seeing a drop off there, and that could. I'm sure Alonzi Tardis is going to make a good shot at it, but it's going to be hard to make up that performance.
Could be. Folks, we were actually incorrect. It looks like it is going to be one of the first split veterans, Andy AOE. Andy, we're always glad you're with us. Can't wait for you to watch this. Looks like the teams are ready, and we are moving into a abbreviated uh, pick and ban phase. Again, these are going to be the exact same champions, so we are bypassing the ban phase. Uh, just in case there's any confusion, this is not LCUS state.
And due to and let's hop on over to Champ Select.
Wonderful. The only thing that might change could be some skins. So let's have a you spend the majority of the time talking since I talked the entire time last time. When we do go into the skin selection, you break it down for us. All right, Lucky.
Yeah, we'll give it a shot there. It seems like your PC's a little more on the up and up than mine is. That must be upset with me for using it too much this weekend. So definitely give it my best shot.
Hey, you gotta get all those all for ones in that you can.
Oh, absolutely. It doesn't come around often enough.
Yeah, it is one of those game modes though that do lose its luster a little bit over time, but because everybody always bans what would be the fun picks, in my opinion, which is every game someone bans Blitz. So
Do you ever set up the chain all the way to the Nexus?
I've never had the opportunity. He's banned out in every game that I play.
Well, that's just in general. I mean, they'd ban him. People would ban him out of the game if they could. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah, he's such a strong champion, world's strongest champion, now and forever, and if anything, in our hearts.
Yeah, he definitely has some strong skins these days too, with Battle Boss, the Lancer, um, and all his classics.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of Riot Blitz. Personal favorite skin. Anytime that I want to get a free win, I throw it on him and I'm ready to go.
Free win, huh? Do you scare them or something with that skin, or?
I am. Ooh, wow. It's an intimidation factor. You cut on those sirens, and people are just like, "Whoa, what's happening? Do I feel safe? Do I feel scared?" Well, you ought to be scared, children, because Blitz is coming to town and Sig's driving him. So you best watch yourself.
I don't know. Whenever I pull Blitz out, and I'd love to do a 1v1 Blitz versus you at some point. Maybe we'll have to make this happen. But
I treasure your friendship too much to embarrass you.
oh well, once I put that cartridge in and go all battle boss on your little riot fella, oh, you're gonna be singing a different tune, my friend.
I only sing one song, and it's Silver Scrapes, because every game is a championship game to me. I will ruin your face and everything in your world.
Ooh, you're supposed to go for everywhere except the face, but since you went there, oh, I'm gonna take your face and I'm gonna burn your
And
hair off too.
I understand you're attracted to me. It's okay. This is only a normal response. With 25 seconds left, folks, we are so ready to stop filling time and move into this game. 8 seconds left. Folks, please, while we wait, do head over to our Facebook. Give us some likes. Make sure you check out our videos. We'd love to have you there. And I believe I promised you a skin showdown.
And I have to give it to I have to give it to Northern Storm. I mean, we've got a Naked Orn, but I love all their skins too much to give it to option 12.
Yeah, some real powerhouses there. So we can take a naked one. Not as well as a naked Braum. Okay, we do see everyone loading in right now. Folks, again, we're in Game 2 of the finals for the LCUS Second Split Championship Series. Now, it looks like there is going to be some uniform aggression coming out of Team Northern Storm as they stay with their consistent Chinese-style aggression. And that is a reference to a lot of how the LPL plays.
And is Ace going to get caught here? He definitely has to be aware of it, given his long history with Fat and Shaken.
I almost wonder if he's trying to get it this time. He is in a position where he would be able to see any mobility. And looks like they are just going to break off there. Shaken, not stirred.
Looking to
Just
throw out a
sure.
cheeky
I'm here.
tongue.
What are you going to do about it? Now, looking at it, option 12 is going to look like they're starting at the blue buff and red buff for the blue side and Northern Storm.
Yep, really standard start. I mean, with blue buff spawning a bit later and buff spawning late in general, you really have to go to the bot side if you want a consistent leash.
Now, I am excited with though I know that Ace keeps Kale as a pocket pick, he has a lot more playtime in Xerath. And he is such a lane bully when he plays with this champion. So I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, it definitely will be interesting to see. And Xerath actually outranges Lux, so definitely an advantage there. Definitely going to have to be looking to Ace to really carry this game, too, since the Sivir takes so long to come online. Oh, and we've got action in the bot lane already!
Flash coming across from Fat Lee, able to give the kill over to Varus. Northern Storm continuing their full frontal attack of domination. I might as well call it hail now, folks. It's done raining, it's done pouring.
I'm not willing to give up on Ace yet, but that Sivir looked like she was in trouble, and then, or that Varus looked like he was in trouble. Then out of nowhere comes that patented fat aggression.
Yeah, just so difficult to manage. Now, we do see Shaken Not Stirred being very aggressive against this Yorick right now.
I cannot emphasize enough how important that gray health is going to be for Shaken, because that allows him to regen a lot of the damage done by this Yorick. So, definitely important there.
Oh, yeah. And it is allowing him also to stay very aggressive the whole time.
And the way the lane was positioned, that really hurt the bot lane. We're already seeing a 6 CS advantage for the Varus.
Yeah, very, very difficult position to be in, but I tell you, he hasn't played with us this split, but Andy AoE is such a treat to watch. Very mechanically gifted, very similar ELO to where Shaden is, but I cannot tell you, Andy AoE, we are so glad to see you back in the LCUS tonight.
Well, and a benefit is that he's actually an ADC main, while we see Shaden is more of a top lane main with the Camille as his primary.
But that shows in his playstyle. Very aggressive engagement. So, Shaden, if you're listening, we hope everything's going good for you. We can't wait to have you back. Looks like in the mid lane, Ace is going low, but definitely continuing the harassment in the Sigtal Infinite and Lux.
Definitely going to be very... we're headed for a very high impact level 6, because they are both so low, and one of them's going to die at level 6 if neither backs before then.
It's something they've just got to keep their eyes on. It's all going to be about maintaining farm 10 minutes of this game, in my mind.
Absolutely. And the farm is pretty even between the two junglers early, but we're seeing a lot more map movement. Oh, and we see the flash out of Prowler. The Tom Kench just taking it to him.
His early game damage is just so difficult to manage.
Oh, absolutely. And the CC from his stacks just can't be discounted.
No, not at all. Now we see... Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say that we are starting to see that a bit of that map movement coming in ahead from Udyr, looking already through most of his second clear.
Oh, we did see the root landed on Goon Stomp. Lots of damage coming across. Spell Shield coming in order to prevent that CC from Ornn, played by Chaos.
And this is what we were talking about when we said we had a ranged into melee matchup. I mean, it just allows so much more aggression from the Sivir Morgana combo, but the disadvantage is that Sivir's not an early game ADC, and Fat Lee came down and threw in disruption early.
Keeping this aggression is going to keep the late game Sivir even more delayed. But she is keeping the pressure up, as Goonstomp is very low right now, less than 200.
Absolutely, and we do actually see the Cho'Gath actually ahead in farm here, which is very interesting.
I think that could be because of the aggression from Udyr, and definitely having much more lane pressure. Prowler does roam mid, does try to land the CC. Lux does try to dodge that ultimate from Xerath and is successful. So we do see a very strong collapse, but it doesn't pan out as option 12 would like it to.
Yeah, definitely got some flashes out of that though, so definitely going to continue impacting. You see both the flash and the barrier out of Lux, the flash out of the Xerath, and yeah. Oh, and we see Ace going down to the ult of Lux. She was able to sit back out of range and follow up for her jungler. And Sivir flashing in on Varus while the red team secures the dragon.
Incredible engagement there.
Absolutely. I wish we'd implemented a replay system here in the LCUS. I definitely missed some of that. So much action going on all across the board.
And Northern Storm's just going to continue this aggression. We did see that option 12 was able to... So... Oh, and Chaos slains Andy AoE. Escape.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a struggle for this Sivir. Losing out on experience twice now since she's died. Oh, and a nice gank by Cho'Gath. Oh, and it looks like we may have had a lag issue that caused Andy AoE to struggle there as he just reconnects.
So that kill did go over to Chaos, but Andy AoE is not something like that.
And we see a gank coming in top lane. Prowler being aggressive, but Udyr coming in behind. And that's going to be a clean kill given over to the Tahm Kench.
Yeah, Shaken is definitely going to keep this snowballing up if his play history is any indicator.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's doing a great job to farm under tower, which allows for easy ganks by the Udyr.
Yeah, this is where that CS difference probably won't have as much impact, which Fat Lee's narrowed it down just to 3 CS right now.
Yep, and you see 3 impact kills already created by the Udyr as to none by the Cho'Gath.
Ashway tried to land a sneaky binding there, but we'll get that.
Yeah, and we're just looking at some pretty standard farming across the board here. Slight CS lead in the mid lane for option 12. The CS in the bot lane is actually very even despite the 2 deaths by Sivir. The only difference in that lane really being experience at this point. And Shaken taking it to Prowler again. Prowler might be dead. And he has to blow his second flash of the game. And the kill to boot.
Big tongue to finish out the kill. Very exciting to watch, and it looked like it was in Prowler's benefit, but Tahm Kench wasn't going to have any of that.
Yeah, it's rather interesting saying exciting and Tahm Kench in the same sentence, unless it involves a dark voyage, or a voyage, but he definitely took it to him.
And along with taking it to him, they do take the first turret of the game. This does give, at 10 minutes and 30 seconds, Northern Storm a almost 4K gold.
Yeah, really looking at this game, I think we're seeing that and we've got action coming in the bot lane. Some nice poke being put out, but no kills coming down. But I think option 12 is going to have to really look to get this game to 30 minutes to have a chance. And Northern Storm is just a freight train rolling down the tracks at this point.
Yep. So difficult to manage because they've been able to keep this early game aggression, which is exactly what you need to do into a carry like Xerath and Sivir.
Yeah, and Xerath can match a Lux in the early game, but Sivir's really not going to match a Varus in terms of pure damage output until much later in the game, and a Cho'Gath just isn't able to match the map pressure of an Udyr, and I think we're seeing these consistent... Oh, and we've got action coming in the bot lane! A nice gank coming in. Oh!
And the dive! As Shaken Not Stirred does look to go under the tower, absorbing all that damage, not scared because of his gray health.
Absolutely, he can tank for days. He's not even going to have to burn that gray health, he's just going to regen it. And TP back to the top lane. Oh, but the disruption by Trufflesaurus. The Devour by Tahm and the flash out. Can they get it some CC on the Udyr? Oh, and a shot landed by Ace. Another shot. Oh, he doesn't have the Devour. And the classic never chase fails us all.
Lux really had such an impact on the end of that team fight. Shield has kept him alive against that Cho.
And the cheeky move to just go farm his red instead of even backing. I mean,
Fat Lee ain't scared. That's one thing you can always say. Fat Lee is never scared.
And we see that Prowler acquired a top lane turret while this was happening, but I don't think it was quite worth in this case.
This is a very rough start for Team Option 12, who have just not had the best night.
They have not, and I think they're just picking too much scaling against a team like Northern Storm that excels and really relies upon the early game to propel them to victory.
Prowler looks like he's trying to catch out Shaken Not Stirred there, trying to allow it.
I don't know who would really be catching up or who there though. I mean, Prowler may have a 13 CS lead, but this is a big Tom Kench at this point.
Yeah, and you would think that the sheen on...
Oh, and we have the Udyr collapsing on the Yorick and the Tom Kench ulting in, and that's an easy kill for the Udyr. The Cho'Gath comes in for a second, but quickly decides better of it with that domineering pair in his jungle. And we've got the Tom Kench again coming in.
Staying right on top of it, not giving anything. Oh, and the laser coming out.
Beautiful flash by Andy AoE in the bot lane, getting one kill for option 12. But we see more action coming through in the mid lane as Lux and Tom Kench are still chasing onto the Xerath. Xerath trying to get Lux, but being chased down by Tom. And that's the kill for Tom.
This Tom Kench he ate the bench. I mean, right now Tom Kench is sitting at 402, 80 CS, so that 12 CS differential means nothing right now, folks. He has been unleashed upon this option team 12 squad.
Yeah, he absolutely has, and that as much as I would have loved to see your prediction of the Kench being benched, definitely hasn't happened in this one. And they are just pounding away on this mid turret, likely to be first turret of the game, and take us to a 6 or 7, or actually that's the second tower of the game. Actually, Prowler got the first. My apologies.
Yeah, Tom Kench has kept the pressure on so far for 15 minutes straight.
Yeah, that his ability to just move around the map only enhances that natural tendency by Northern Storm. And Northern Storm sneaks the dragon as well.
They're not allowing any kind of weakness to show right now. Now, we did see that kill come from... we did finally see Sivir pick up a kill against Varus, which was very well done. Andy AoE flexing those muscles that have been atrophied from lack of LCUS play.
Absolutely, and that is the one lane that they seem to have a slight advantage in, but you're still only seeing... Well, actually, you're not seeing any lead in that lane. You're seeing Sivir still down by 300 gold.
Down, but still trying to mitigate, because that CS is proof that you're not behind. Not out of it yet.
Yeah, Sivir really... oh, and we see a strong gank coming through in the bot lane. And another kill for Northern Storm.
The Sivir ultimate was a very good call there, trying to allow Morgana to escape. But that reach is just too far by Moonstone.
Absolutely. So we'll really see the difference in the bot lane here as Varus will come online with boots and his second full item. Oh, but we've got the nice damage coming through on... We've got a full-blown team fight now as Ace is ulting in from the outside. But it's looking like it's just give... Oh, and a nice chomp by Cho'Gath, taking that Varus right down. And they're going to finish off the support, no problem.
This is what Team Option 12 wanted. They wanted these strong team fights, which their comp is so capable of doing. And with this pushing power that they have right now, it looks like they are going to finally be able to secure some more towers in their favor, evening it up.
But we also see that Northern Storm is keeping up the pressure. They are taking They took one tower top already, and they took about half of the second tower mid.
Yeah, it's good that Ace had the map awareness to rotate to try to fix that.
Absolutely. And Varus, once he completes his boots here, will be really online, whereas the Sivir is still an item and a half away. And a nice gank by Tahm Kench, devouring up that halfless Xerath and just burying him in the river.
Oh, looks like Fat Lee is going to go down as well. But we do see Prowler is very low.
And a nice Lux ult deters them from chasing any further, along with the Blast Cone escape by Tahm Kench. Yeah, it's going to be really hard for Option 12 to come back in this one. I mean, 4K down at not even 20 minutes, and such total map control. The Cho'Gath can't even venture into his own jungle.
A very different story considering last game. Even on jungle, he was able to invade a lot more heavily against an Udyr.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think, honestly, they should have gone all away from the Terra pick. I thought it was working perfectly, in my opinion. Probably would have fit this comp well. I would have liked to have seen perhaps the Urgot rather than the Yorick out of Prowler. A little less likely to get caught out and still exerts a great deal of pressure. And we see a fight going on in top lane. Prowler caught out once again by Udyr. And that is going to be the kill. You just can't match that pure aggression coming from that very fed Udyr. And we've got the fight continuing in the jungle. Can they track down the Cho? The stun from Tahm Kench. Sivir trying to dish out damage, but these two are just too tanky. And the Cho goes down. And they continue the dive right under tower. And the nice spell shield by Sivir is going to keep her out of the time clenches, but she has to flash away from the Udyr. Coming back in. Can Ace come in and get the kills? He's going to get the Udyr. And they got the Tahm Kench. That is some nice shutdown gold that's really going to help them in their pursuit here.
And that's what they were looking for.
Yeah, definitely that aggression by Northern Storm overextending a bit, but they still managed to get the bot tower to recoup some of that gold.
It is interesting. I'm glad to see that split push muscle in the top lane.
Yeah, absolutely. They are just craving gold at this point, and you got to get it somewhere, and they're not getting it from kills at this point. A nice steal of the blue buff, that'll really help Ace out there, but the Tahm Kench is coming in to track him down, and a nice Ornald is going to catch Prowler. He's going to try and get out here, but he's not going to make it, and Ace is likely going to have a hard time unless he's got a TP sitting in that back pocket. And it's currently down. Nope, they don't want Ace. They're going to go straight on the Baron.
Very strong rotation, continuing this domination by
Ace trying to steal the Baron, but really doesn't have the damage at this point, and he's collapsed upon by the Tahm Kench and the Ornn. Now those are some mean wet noodles, folks. And the rest.
Go ahead.
And the rest of the team collapses onto the Sivir and continues her painful life this game.
Folks, Northern Storm has really turned it on. Any kind of all this split, and just to remind you, they did lose their very first game against Option 12. It isn't here right now. Northern Storm, I mean, folks, this is almost a tropical storm heading towards hurricane. They are allowing no weakness to come through.
Oh yeah, this isn't a northern storm. This is a snowami. I have not seen I have not seen Northern Storm execute to this level at all like this split. Definitely not on a series basis, maybe on a one-game basis.
Yeah, this is a very strong performance. And Snow Nami, is that something to the frigid north, or?
It's very big in Minnesota. That's all I'll say.
Now we do see 2 inhibitors going down.
Yeah, it's just a straight-out massacre in the base. Lux flashing in with no concern because they have just shut down everything for option 12 this game.
And they just don't care that all their health bars are low. They're not budging.
Oh, I mean, they're making the smart choice and carrying a bit enough to bath now. But yeah, they're definitely going to set up for that bot lane push and look to end this game. Will likely beat their time from the previous game. They're just continuing to ramp up tonight.
Well, looks like they are going to catch Tom out. All of them collapsing on him. He does blow his flash trying to get out. And he does.
Yeah, definitely would have been interesting to see how long it took them to kill him if he didn't get out there. That might have been... that might have taken a good portion of our lives.
Yeah, he's sitting on a dead man's plate and a Warmog's armor right. Well, that Spirit Visage.
Just straight up bought a Spirit Visage. If that doesn't tell you how far ahead this Tom Kench is, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, folks.
Well, when you say Tom Kench, you definitely don't think, oh yeah, Tom Kench, he's one of the best top lane carries. But if you ask Shaken Not Stirred, that's what he's going to tell you.
Oh, I've been seeing the champion making a lot of rounds in the top lane lately, actually. But the champion has definitely always had applications outside of support. He was very popular as a jungle with some high-level players in Season 5.
Yeah, I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying when you say top lane carry, I always think like Kled, Aurelia. I do not think...
And the fight is finally getting full-blown. No longer wet noodling. We've got Yorick going down. We've got Sivir going down. And now we've got the Cho'Gath going down. And that's likely it, folks.
Big team fight coming across. We've got 30-second death timers on 3 out of the 5 members. The fight continues as Ace goes down. Ashway soon to follow, and that does bring us the Ace.
And that will bring us to the end of the game as well.
Pretty exciting into a game 2. Let's take a minute and break down some of these numbers. Right now, the real powerhouses of well, the numbers don't reflect the impact Tom Kench had, but the real powerhouse damage-wise was definitely Udyr. While we did see Sivir bringing out and Xerath bringing out some heavy damage for Team Option 12. I think one of the biggest things that I think we're going to talk about in the future is even though they were behind, there was a very high vision score from Team Option 12. So they were playing from behind the majority of the time, but they were doing it intelligently.
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely well done. There's just too much aggression. It's nearly impossible to respond to that.
All right, I think we are going to move to a very short break, folks. I hope you will stay with us. We look forward to this. This could be the set right here if Northern Storm wins Game 3, or this could be the beginning of the reverse sweep by Option 12.
We will find out, and we'll be right back.